Thank you, Tim. I was going to say good morning. Good afternoon, everyone. R&D. So again, it's an ever-evolving landscape, so there are more changes, unfortunately. What you'll see here is the SME scheme, the large company scheme, and the merge scheme. So you'll see up there, sort of up to the 31st of March last year, and then the changes from the 1st of April 2023. I think the key things to really notify are the fact that profitable companies, yes, it's slightly changing, and maybe not quite as beneficial as it once was, but it's still pretty positive. Similarly, for the intensive companies, which is a new scheme that's going to be adopted, and it's going to be part of the merge scheme as well. For loss-making companies, it's not quite so positive. The one thing that's really good, though, is the fact that HMRC is still very much seeing R&D as a really important part of the innovation landscape. So, really, really important and really, really positive to see. So what does the merge scheme look like in terms of its implementation? So it will be administered in the same fashion as the RDEC, so the large company scheme. Regardless of size, you'll receive an above-the-line credit under the merge scheme, so that's great for the bottom line. No overseas subcontracted labour to be included. Again, that's something that's quite new, maybe not overly relevant in this room today, but for certain clinical testing and trialling, you can still be sort of claiming overseas expenditure, but that is the only caveat to that. Greater clarity around subcontracted R&D, that's been something that we've really been pushing for from HMRC, is real clear outlining of what subcontracted labour can look like and what can be included, who owns the IP, etc. So that's been really, really positive. And then positivity for the subsidised expenditure. So Innovation UK, Horizon, it has always been quite penal to sort of combine R&D tax relief and grants. It's just massively reduce your rate. But what has been positive is moving forward, that's not going to be changing. So you're going to be able to combine the two, which is great, especially when you're looking at future projects like we've discussed today. Power of people, paying reference to the theme of today, investing in your people. Nothing bad comes from investing in your people. It's certainly a huge positive. Yes, it might increase costs, which might not be quite so good. But you're massively increasing your benefit size from an R&D relief claim. And essentially that's going to provide capital to reinvest into future projects. So that could be automation, future hires, it could be, anything like that. So a couple of really nice sort of quotes from clients of ours. The money we gain from R&D tax credits enable us to invest in new software and staff, something we otherwise wouldn't have done. It's almost pretty on point to what we were talking about earlier. And then, with the current climate as it is, where materials and general costs have increased, it is vital that we have been able to offset our dead time in development in order for our investment in innovation to be commercially viable. So again, really on point with what Neil said, and I didn't tee up Neil for that one earlier, so thank you for that, Neil. So what this means for SPA members, it was amazing actually at the back end of last year. We've managed to establish £8 million worth of benefit for SPA members, which is a pretty cool number to be administering. So I think 4 key things and 4 key takeaways for existing clients and people that are claiming R&D elsewhere. Engaging with specialist expertise. I think that's really, really important. As you can see, there's blended rates. So, there might be a merged relief, so different rates for different months. So it can be quite complex. Documenting of R&D activities, again, if it comes down to a compliance check from HMRC, having a lot of these projects documented, it doesn't need to be forensic with emails, but just having a log of those activities, who's been working on it in rough times, are always going to be really, really positive. Understanding the wider innovation landscape, if there is going to be automation, AI, if a lot of business leaders in this room are looking at that, do look at the wider grant landscape, because as I say, the combination of the two now is really, really strong. And then finally, claiming compliantly. HMRC have slowed down a little bit on the compliance checks, but it is really important to get your additional information form, your advanced notification form sent in. So that's the sort of 4 top tips for the year ahead. But other than that, if you do have any questions, myself and Gabby will be here to answer any questions. Thank you very much.